Okay, so basically this lab is related to the to perform the EDA using the AI platform. So we need to perform the exploratory data analysis using the AI platform. So we have to perform the various tasks. So in this lab we have like one data set which is stored in our BigQuery, and if any data set which is stored in the BigQuery, how we can perform the like analysis on the data which is stored in the BigQuery. So we will use the AI platform, and in the AI platform we will like create some notebooks, and using the notebook we will write some codes to visualize the data, that is to plot some graphs. So to plot some graphs, basically we will use some Python libraries like matplotlib, seaborn, right? So these are the basically two things which we need to perform. So we need to see like how we can do this by using the help of the GCP, that is the Google Cloud Platform. Let's start the lab. Copy the password, open console. These are some standard steps to log in into the lab, or you can say in the quick labs. Agree. Yeah. So this is some overview. Like in this lab you will learn how to analyze a data which is stored in the BigQuery, and that is using the AI platform. I have like told you already. Okay, so the objective is we will like create a notebook instance. So we will see how to create a notebook instance. So and how to run like some Python commands, that is the pandas, C by using the pandas and the seaborn library to visualize the BigQuery data, and then iterate through the process and like run a few more commands. Okay, so first thing is that to launch the AI platform notebook, because we have to run some we have to use the like AI platform. In the description as well it is mentioned we have to use the AI platform to perform the data analysis. So in the navigation menu we will go to the artificial intelligence, where it is artificial intelligence. In the artificial intelligence AI platform and then notebooks, click on it. Hide info panel. So as of now we don't have any notebook, so enable notebook API. Yeah, so we don't have any notebook right now. So first thing is that we need to create a notebook. So click on the new instance. Here we have to use the TensorFlow, and TensorFlow latest version 2.5, and that is without GPUs. Why we have so many options of without GPU? Okay, so the notebook name is any name we can given. The region it is mentioned we have to use the US central one. US central one. Okay, and any other thing we need to do? Okay, rest all the things are default, remaining fields with the default, and then just click create. So what it will basically do is it will at the back end it will create a compute engine. I think it will create a VM, and on top of the VM it will install the Jupyter Lab. See at the back end, like it is creating a VM like TensorFlow 2.5 VM, right? The VM name is this in the US central one. So VM is created. Now I think it is trying to install some libraries, because we select the option TensorFlow 2.5 version. So it is going to install TensorFlow libraries, and other might be some useful libraries like pandas, all the libraries including keras, scikit-learn, pandas, NLTK, and many more, because we use this option. So it will take 1 or 2 minutes to install all the libraries. Once it gets started, so we will see some icon here to open the notebook. See, the label is Google Colab Notebook. So it is the same VM. You can see the label here. It's still in progress. Okay, meanwhile let's open the BigQuery console. So we know how to open the BigQuery. We need to go to the BigQuery options, big data, and we can open the BigQuery in the new tab. So we see like it is completed, and we are able to see this open Jupyter Lab link. Just click on it. Because the Jupyter Lab installed on the VM, and it gave us some link. So the notebook is open. Click on the Python 3 notebook. A new notebook is open in front of us. So now we can like execute all the query. So first step is completed, that is we have created the AI platform notebook instance. Now notebook is available. Now how we will access the data which is stored in the BigQuery? So we need to see that. So we have some Google has provided some Python API client libraries like Google Cloud BigQuery. If you Google it, BigQuery API client libraries. So these libraries are in the official documentation of the google.cloud.com only. So we have like it is available in so many languages like C#, Go, Java, Node.js, PHP, Python, Ruby. So we are using the Python. So it told that okay, if you are using the Java, then you can install using this. If you are using Node.js, then you can install using npm. If you are using PHP, then install using the Composer. If you are using Python, then pip. If you use Ruby, then you have to install using gem. So we are using the Python, so we will install using pip install, and then Google Cloud BigQuery, and so that we can like execute the query directly in the notebook rather than the BigQuery console. So this is the BigQuery SQL statement, and we are executing using the Python code. Let's copy this and install it and run it. we have to install like so other libraries as well. Google Cloud Monitoring, Google Cloud BigQuery Storage. I'm not sure why this lab told us to like monitoring library. It is taking some time. Okay, meanwhile we have opened the BigQuery console. Let's hide this. So to run the BigQuery command in the notebook, we have to like first import the BigQuery from the google.cloud, and then we will create a client object, and we will mention the query in some string, and then we will just execute our query client.query, and then we will pass the query string, and then the output will be available into this query job. So we will like just run a loop to display all the rows. Same thing we will perform here. Why it is taking so much time here? Okay, now it got installed. Okay, so you see like we could able to see so many like text here. So just double click here, double click on the blue line, it will hide it. So if you want to show, click on it, just double click on it, it will hide it. So let's install the other libraries. I'm not sure like why they have requested to install this monitoring library, but anyhow let's install this. Now hide this text. Run, double click to hide the some installation text. Okay, so we have installed the like package. Now like as part of this lab we need to do some EDA, that is the exploratory data analysis. So as part of the EDA we have to draw some graphs, we have to plot some graphs. So we have two libraries available, one is the matplotlib and other is the seaborn libraries. So we will import these libraries. Imported, import, we have to import the google.cloud import BigQuery, because we want to run the BigQuery commands from the AI platform, that is from the notebook. Okay, so now we will create a client object. Yeah, done. Now we have to run the queries. So here we have to notice one thing. So we are using some public data, like this data set is available, and within the data set we have like some table name, but we know in the BigQuery we have many GBs of data. So if we will run a query like select star from like dataset name dot table name, it will like try to fetch all 100 GBs of data. So we don't need all the data as part of this lab. So we need like we can fetch only 1% of the data set. So that is okay for us as part of the analysis. So it is also mentioned like out of the 6 million records, 1% of sample is statistically significant enough for this analysis. So how we will fetch the 1% of like data? So we have this rand function, that is the random function, and in the random function we have mentioned like 0.01. So let's run this. So what we are saying is like we have like a prepare a query, SQL query, select arrival delay, this is the flight data set. So we want this column arrival delay, departure delay from this dataset dot table name. where departure delay is greater than 10 minutes. I think it's in minutes only, and we don't need all the data, we need only 1% of the data. So SQL query is just it, and to execute the SQL query we have run the command client.query SQL. See the official documentation, client.query and then query. So but we know to plot the matplotlib seaborn in the form of table. Generally we create some data frame, right? So we will use the two data frame function, it will whatever the output it will generate, it will convert into the data frame, and we will describe the data frame. So let's execute it. Okay, so it fetches only arrival delay, departure delay, otherwise it has so many columns, I believe. Let me show you. Select star. See, it has so many columns, right? Flight date, the carrier name, airline ID, carrier, flight number, origin airport ID, so many columns, but we don't want all the uh, columns, and we want only arrival delay and the departure delay. So that's why we just mention arrival delay and the departure delay. So it fetches and it created the data frame, and we have described the data frame. Describe means it give us, okay, how many rows. Okay, we have 12900. Why it is 12980 and what this is 12900? Maybe some values are empty or not sure. Okay, and one more thing, if I rerun this command, so might be you will see some different values here, like we have 46, 63, 60, 11, 26, 59. So let me rerun this command. So I think it's same only. Okay, this value changed now, 12795, 12875. Why it got changed? Because we are fetching the random 1% of the sample. So every time it execute the whenever we execute this query, every time it execute the random function at the back end, so it get the data randomly. Okay, now we have to plot the graphs. So our main task is to do the analysis using the AI platform. So we created the AI platform, we created the notebook is up, the VM is up, right? And we have installed the API client libraries, right? Which libraries are required. We have imported the matplotlib seaborn, we have we have fetched the data from the a BigQuery console. We converted the data into the data frame. Now we have the data frame available. If you see df.head, so we have the data frame available, right? So and how many rows it has, length of df 12875. so we have the data frame available. Now we will plot some graphs. So we can use the seaborn libraries which we imported as an alias SNS, and the matplotlib library. So these are some style. This is just for the slide styles. We need the white grid, we need this kind of font, we need the violent plot. So whoever is aware about this like a seaborn, so maybe that person is aware. We need the horizontal orientation. right? So if you see, the grid is white, so grid is white, font is this, what is this, deja vu sense, and we have plot it. So in the plot we have plot the violent plot. If we don't use the violent plot, okay, Seaborn has no attribute plot, Control Z. So we have the violent plot, and we have in the parameter we pass the data, that is the data frame which we created above. This is the df, we pass the data frame. Okay, now we will run one more query. Copy this, paste it. We are again fetching the arrival day, departure delay only, but this time we are not put the condition of departure delay greater than 10. We are fetching all the values, but random still is 1%, I think 0.001. This time 0.001. 1 minute, let me cross check. It is 0.1% of the data. So it is 0.1% of the data, and now to execute the query, we have client.query SQL, and now to convert into data frame, we have data frame. Now so data frame will be available, let me show you. Control X, df dot head. So data frame is available, and we have only two rows, that is the arrival delay and the departure delay. So we use the data frame function, not a function, but basically the slice parameter, you can say, just fetching the departure delay column, and whose values is less than 10, and we created one more column, df dot on time. So let me show you, df dot head. So we are saying that if the departure delay is less than 10, so we are considering is it as that flight is in on time. Now again we will draw the plot. So this time we are passing this data frame, and on x-axis we have the arrival delay only. Okay, run one more query. This time the query is same, just we are passing the some extra parameter, that is the grid size is equal to 1000. I'm not sure, I'm not aware about, I generally not use this Seaborn library, so I'm not much aware about what is violent plot and how to read this plot, what this curve show, what this curve show, what is grid size, what is the box plot. I'm not sure. But our task is not to learn about the Seaborn library. Our task is to if someone give us the scenario, can you read the data from the using the AI platform notebooks, read the data from the BigQuery, then we can say yes, and the answer is how we can do that. Okay, we have to execute the queries like this, and we have to first create a notebook. Okay, so all done. Check my progress. Okay, done. Now here they told us, okay, open the BigQuery console and execute some query into the BigQuery editor itself. So it's the BigQuery editor, they provided some standard SQL to find the average of the arrival delay from this and the group by this. Let's execute it. So we are just fetching the arrival delay, the average of arrival delay, and group by this, order by departure delay. run one more query. So these query depend upon our like a requirement. We just should be aware of that where we can execute these queries. Yeah, that's one more SQL query. So they are doing some operation, they are finding the average delay, then they are like doing the calculating the standard deviation, 3 times of the standard deviation, then they are like minus those value and stored it as a filter minimum and filter maximum. Yeah, approx quantiles. So these are inbuilt I think BigQuery functions. One more. They are fetching the departure delay, average arrival delay, standard deviation arrival delay, and count of arrival delay. Yeah. One more. One more. Now we have to go back to the AI platform again to visualize the threshold data like this. So earlier we run very simple queries. Now we will run some complex queries using the AI platform. Just copy it and paste it. So this is a very long query we stored in this departure delay query. So we are fetching the departure delay, arrival delay, standard deviation, number of flight from this like inbuilt query, right? And we are executing the query, then convert it into the data frame, and then displaying the first 5 rows. See, we got the data. Check my progress. Now plot this data. So I think this is the matplotlib function, df.plot, and a kind is line. So this is a line graph. On the x-axis we have the departure delay, on the y-axis we have the arrival delay, and the error is standard deviation arrival delay. Now some more. This is some more complicated, like they are doing some internal calculation. They are like took some constant of 0.52, then they are doing some multiplication, then they are setting the x label and the y label. See, x label is the departure delay, y label is greater than 30% likelihood, and they are like plotting the line graph only, kind is equal to line. One more query. Again we are drawing the line graph only. Yeah. Okay. some question. AI platform enable you to combine the power of declarative SQL with code Python to perform interesting data analysis. True. Yeah, that's it. That is the end of the lab. So basically our intention is to not to learn about how to generate these SQL queries, but our intention is to to see this objective, that how to create a notebook instance and how to fetch the data from the BigQuery. That is, we have to install some BigQuery, we have to use this code basically, and how to convert it to the data frame. And once we have the data frame, then we can normally plot any graph, either using the Seaborn or either using the matplotlib. Yeah, and lab. Finish.